think just as much as I can do. I don't think there's anybody else that can do all the things I can as far as run between the tackles, outside, pass protect, play X, Z, slot, and do a bunch of stuff in the return game as well. So I think that's what sets me apart. That'd be awesome. That'd be great. I'd love to play there, but it's kind of hard to be a fan of anywhere anymore because you start to wind down things and you don't know where you're going to end up. So I'll be happy to play for anybody. A little bit with some of the coaches, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, so my teammates, I have the best teammates in the whole world at Stanford, and coaches, honestly. And so every single one of them supported me, had my back, and I was very fortunate to have them. Yes, sir. Yeah, they gave me a little ovation, and got a lot of love from my teammates, and that was one of the toughest decisions I've ever had to make. And I was just real lucky to have a bunch of guys who had my back there. It differs a little bit, but most of it's pretty similar, and it's basically the same stuff that I've been doing at Stanford as far as everything. So I definitely believe I'd be an every down back and a specialist, doing both at the same time. Yes. I just tell them how it is when they ask, and I'm extremely honest with them, and then we move on to now I'm playing football. I wish I knew, but I have no idea, so I just answer the questions I'm asked. Oh, it's amazing. It's so surreal. Growing up, his son Luke was my quarterback in high school, and I remember he was in the stands and with the Broncos, and we would hang out and have dinner with their family. And so, looking at the Raiders sign, looking at the Broncos side, just knowing that there's so many people here who I've grown up knowing, it's pretty surreal that I'm here now as a player. I have no idea. We'll see. I just know I made that decision. It was a career decision. It was a man decision to try to protect my dream of, playing and succeeding in the NFL. And, whether it gave me an advantage or not, I stuck with it. And I'm here now moving on. That's probably all I'll talk about that anymore. So I'm, moving on to NFL football now. Definitely, yeah. Something I really pride myself on is not just being a running back, that can catch the ball, but if I move out to the slot, I become a receiver. If I move out to X or Z, I become a receiver, not just a running back. So I really try to pride myself in route running, catching, and being able to be a mismatch anywhere on the field. Wherever they put me, I'll do anything that the team needs me to do. So I won't run routes here. I'll do a lot of that stuff in my pro day. But I'll do all the running back stuff, every single drill here. Oh, enjoy it. It's a once-in-a-lifetime process. So everybody that I've talked to has told me to enjoy the process. Smile, be happy. And, it's so true. You can easily get very tense and tight in situations like this, but this is such an amazing process. It's a dream come true to even be here, and just blessed and fortunate that I got to go out here and compete. He's told me the same thing, to enjoy it, to smile, breathe. The work's been put in. Now it's just time to go. Definitely, yeah. I'll talk to some of them. A lot of them are busy, and they know I'm busy. But they say that it's all the same thing. It's another day of playing football and working out. And that's what I've been doing since I was 7 years old. So, there's no wise secret to this whole process other than just go out and be you and enjoy it. Stay in the Bay Area. Definitely, yeah. So I miss Josh, miss him blocking for me. He's a heck of a player. You know, and him being close was nice. He would come to a couple of our games when they would have home games, and just seeing him there, you know, knowing that he's a guy who's done it, yeah, it's just really cool.
Should have been here.
Well, growing up, I mean, I'm definitely pretty familiar with it. I was so little when my dad played. He graduated, I was 4 or 5. So I mean, I was real little, but pretty familiar with all of the offenses now. Yeah. Yeah, it is a little bit weird at first, you know, because you don't know, you know how to act, but you know, a lot of times he would come over the house. I remember, you know, hanging out with Coach Lynch's son at Velocity, Colorado, way back in the day, and we would, you know, just run around, and saw him at Stanford practice one day, you know, before all this happened, and then you know, now I'm here. It really is surreal, and it's, you know, it's such a blessing. Yeah, definitely. You know, because I play with a chip on my shoulder always, so you know, I feel like a lot of people don't give me credit for my skills and talents, and you know, that's just the way it is. But you know, I also don't really care too much. I don't feel like I'm crazy disrespected, you know. So I'm you know, I have a chip on my shoulder at all times, and that's been my whole life. So you know, I'm constantly trying to prove myself. I think, you know, it's all such a process, and you know, I love the game of football more than anything in the world. And growing up, I wanted to be an NFL football player, and it's what you dream about when you're playing, you know, Pee-wee. It's what you dream about when you're a freshman in high school to a senior in high school, and then you get to college, and it starts to become a little bit more real. And you know, sometimes you just got to sit back and appreciate where you're at, and kind of you know, reflect on all the times you've had in the game of football, and you know, just being here has been something real special, and it's all helped me, you know, through the thick and thin. I've had a lot of good times, a lot of bad times, but at the end of the day, I love playing football, and I'm blessed to be able to continue to do it.
Hey, Christian, how
you know, I don't know. I'm not a decision maker, so I have no idea. My tape's out there, and that's the majority of the you know, the work that I've put in. So you know, I can't answer that. I don't know. I mean, we'll see. We'll find out Friday.
Hey, Christian, how close were you to your brother Max? What's the dynamic with you two guys?
Oh, Max is my best friend, you know, in the whole world. So growing up, we were very competitive with each other. We were constantly playing one-on-one basketball, or you know, playing football, tearing up the yard, doing everything together. Pretty much all his best friends were my best friends, and even still today go at it a little bit. So you know, he's been such an amazing influence in my life, and extremely happy that I can call him my own brother. Yeah, self-taught. Actually, it was sophomore year during camp at Stanford. I kind of got camp is like, it's not rough, but you get a little bit lonely. So I ordered a harmonica on Amazon, about $15, and just started messing around with it. Yeah. I'm average. I'm not elite, but I mean, I like to play. I got a couple go-to songs that I'll play. Me and my neighbor Michael Mann used to always play the piano together back in high school. Yeah, there's a lot I can't do. Don't let me fool you up here. There's a lot I can't do. Can't sing. Oh, definitely. We had a lot of NFL coaches. I was extremely blessed to be a part of that. Brian Dawkins was my DB coach in high school. We had Travis Kersky, who played, you know, with the Steelers forever. You know, we had coaches who have been around NFL guys all the time, and so having people who have been through it, who have kind of mentored me throughout the way, has definitely been a huge advantage and prepared me. Oh, I mean, social media is so crazy nowadays. You can really get in touch with anybody. And so one time he just kind of hit me up on Twitter, and then saw that he did, and just started picking his brain on some plays and sent him some clips. Because he's a heck of a running back. Somebody that I would like to model part of my game after, and he's been very helpful in that. Yeah, never met, just based off the phone. I mean, you watch him run and see how patient he is, and that's really where I pull a lot of that from is watching him sit behind the line of scrimmage and kind of dissect the defense, and then as soon as he sees the hole, he's exploding through it. Say it again, sir. No, I haven't thought about that. I'm just trying to, whatever team picks me up, I'll just be extremely happy to go there. Oh yeah, definitely. It shows that anybody can step up and be an immediate force on the football field, even as a rookie. Yes, sir. Oh, it was awesome. It was really cool. Those are my guys that my dad played with, guys that I've been around my whole entire life. So it was a really cool meeting. Definitely, yeah. Ty can do it all. He's a heck of an athlete. I was lucky to be with him for a year at Stanford, and wasn't even shocked. I can see that coming. He's a heck of a player. He can play receiver, play running back. He can do it all. So, when that happened, I was excited for him. Yeah, once again, got to spend a year with him, whole off season with him, and those are the guys that kind of mentored me when I was coming in as little freshman kid who doesn't know anything, and so they mentored me, and those are the guys that kind of paved the path. Oh, just by working. All the leaders on that team. I was real lucky to play with a lot of them. Just showed me the way through example. A lot of those guys, they don't have to say a lot. They just go out, take care of business, and that's all I need. No, I haven't met with either of them yet. Yes. Oh, everywhere. Yeah, Lauren's a heck of a trainer. From every aspect: quickness, agility, explosion, size, everything. It's helped the process. Just being with him, being in altitude, I think helps a lot. I come here and feel like I can really breathe, so that's a big plus. Oh, everything. He's a heck of a mentor. Just picking his brain on a lot of slot stuff, a lot of release work, stuff like that he's really helped me on. Yes, I'll put us against anybody. Definitely, yeah. I take a lot of pride, being from Colorado, born and raised there, so I definitely feel it.
How I do it at my side.
Oh, it's not fun. Not fun. Solomon's a heck of a player, man, but yeah, that's my best friend, one of my roommates. And just going up against him is, such a blessing because you get to compete with, one of the best players in the nation every single day and just kind of see how he goes about his business. And, we would push each other all the time. So really lucky to have a teammate like that, but also a friend. I don't remember it, but there's a big picture in my house. I think it was in Sports Illustrated where I had a little blonde afro. I was running on the field in my dad's jersey. It looked like a dress, and all that was falling down. So I remember the picture, but I was too little to remember it. Yeah, I just had a hip bruise. Wasn't anything bad at all. Felt like I could have played, but we had some pretty great trainers, and they were very cautious about it, and played the rest of the season. That's just the way he is. We're very good about a lot of that stuff, and Coach Shaw especially is so good at protecting his players, and really thankful for him. I think there's just a lot of big plays open in the return game. And, you see special teams have such an impact on the game today, and a lot of times it gets taken for granted. And so anytime, I can have the ball in my hands, I feel like I can do something dangerous, and that's really why I love the return game, because there's so much space in front of you, and there's just another opportunity to make a play. I think it's important just to show everything I can do. I think it's something that, once again, I pride myself on, being extremely versatile. And, I feel like I can do that stuff. And so to show coaches that I can play running back, I can play receiver, I can do all the return game stuff is important to me. Oh, it's been great. I met with a couple of their coaches, It's been awesome. They're all great.
Last one.
I have not talked to them yet, no. I mean, any NFL team that would pick me up, I'd be completely honored to play for them. So that includes the Giants, yes, sir.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.